Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2. I'm gonna do a sound check over here real quick. Refresh this. The thing keeps on freezing up for some reason. Check 1, check 1, check 2. All right. Coming to you live, D Train on the microphone one more time at the home, at the house, in the garage, picking up where he left off last time. Hey, keep it going now. Hey, this is a serious topic now. Where we going with this, D Train? I don't know, but hey, we gonna go now. Hey, let's talk about the subject. At this rate, we'll have 2 white parents soon be racist. Let's explore. Oh man. I guess I can't do 2 things at one time with my computer. I need a new computer. Actually, I'm working on that right now, but my mobility is going to be kind of funny. But let's get into this topic here. Let's turn this music down. Let's see if I'm getting any. Check. Okay, I'm getting some sound. All right. The title is At This Rate, We'll Having 2 Parents Soon Having 2 white parents soon be racist. All right. So the reason I started, I guess, even thinking about this was I was looking at the monuments being taken down, and I just kind of extrapolated that a little bit farther, because if you can really apply the current day's views and mores and ways and even segments of that society, even if just segments of that society can attach those beliefs on previous or prior or the ages that came before us, I think it's going down a slippery slope. When I first was going to do this video, when I first thought about this concept, in my dome and whatnot, I thought about calling it "In Defense of White Nationalists." ... Kinda. And I say kinda because I'm not naive that some of these different groups intermingle. They have some of, and the other part of it is I was trying to explore what exactly these different groups actually believe, because what I've been seeing or hearing, they're not really saying everything when the camera's on, I'm guessing. Even in some of these sit down interviews, you got to wonder if some of these different people in these different groups, like the white supremacists or the white nationalists or the KKK, from what I'm hearing and seeing when these people are talking, is that they want to preserve their whiteness. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard a black person say that they only date black people, or they won't date another group of people? So, in that respect, it's kind of even Steven. But then again, you kind of have to also go back to that part where you say, okay, I'm not naive to believe that there isn't some kind of resentment towards that other group too, because again, you know, you can look at your own community and there are some places I can't really hear all the quiet conversations that go on. And hell, a lot of people speak a different language that I can't understand anyway. Hell, my wife speaks a different language. I don't know what she's saying to her, sister and brother. I mean, all I can do is, you know, keep it going, you know. I mean, I trust my wife. I mean, I'm not trying to say that, she she might be saying some crazy shit. But, at the end of the day, she still got to come home, right? Maybe. I hope. But is it okay for white people to just say, "Okay, I want to just be with white people"? I mean, is it like this German dude, like a blonde, tall dude, tall, blonde, blue-eyed, would it be okay for him to say, "I want I want to only date blonde-haired, tall, blue-eyed women and nothing else"? Yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, everybody has their preference, right? So where does it go wrong? Go sideways. Because I remember reading somewhere that Caucasians would be in the minority at some point in America. What 2040? I forget the article. I don't even. I'm just going off the top of the dome. Hey, what's up, Carlos? Yeah, personal preference. Not really personal preference. Yeah, I mean, in some cases, I mean, hell, I live in North Carolina. I mean, I'm not gonna be not, but I mean, as far as the people I know and the people I see, I mean, I think I said it in a different video, but some of these people you would think, if you just saw them on a regular day, you might think just because of what they look like that they would act a certain way. And what I've typically find is if you cool, they cool. And then on another day, you might see them with like, mixed grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? They treating them grandbabies like they were white grandbabies, right? Say, get over here, come on. I said, or says, oh, or doting on them. Same difference, same difference, man. It's funny, and yet it almost feels like you get more of the division from the northern states in the I don't know the places that tend to, I guess, look down on the South a lot of times, man. What's going on, Carlos? Sean, you trying to get in on a conversation? Oh yeah, yeah, them tall women. It's like them tree stumps for legs. I was just like, it's like, whoa, you can climb them bad boys. Yeah, man, I'm short too, man. I went to Carolina, man. Everybody there was taller than me. It was almost like everybody was almost like everybody was an athlete, but they weren't. You had regular people out there, but it seemed like when I was walking through campus, man, it was almost like I had to, look up at everybody, even the females, man. It's females tall for the most part, got their things. Maybe some of them. Now, most people wearing like shoes and them, you know, just something to walk in because walking through campus, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't discriminate, man. I like tall women too, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, they said, and I was like, wow, man. And this isn't to take anything away from black men in black businesses either, because they've supported me too in my business and entertainment. So this isn't to take anything away from black businesses and companies, but a lot of the successful businesses that I've worked at were owned by white people, and I knew them. I mean, as far as I could tell, they were cool. I mean, you never know what's going on in somebody's room, own domicile, their own spot, their own area. And I don't really care to know, man. As long as you treat me, the way at least the way I treat you, with some kind of respect. I try to treat everybody with a certain level of respect until it comes back to me the wrong way. And I feel like maybe that's part of the problem. There's this wall where maybe sometimes people feel like they um, are owed more respect, or that someone else or it could come from not giving as much respect, because what you give is also what you get back. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I'm in a really good mood, and sometimes it's like that. I'd switch. It's a switch. I'm sorry. I'm a really cool guy until that switch is turned, right? I could be in the greatest mood, man, and then somebody come up and just come at me just like, and I'm like, really? This is the first thing you're saying to me, and I don't even get a warm up to the conversation, right? Okay, keeping it real. All right, well, it just went wrong, dude, because I'm coming back at you like you coming at me, unless I'm trying to figure out exactly what the issue is. Um, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit off topic a little bit. So let me look at my notes real quick. Yeah, what are they not saying? I touched on that. Yeah, everybody has a type. Yeah, everybody has a type, and some people, I don't know, some people type is just like, all right, woman, right? And that's cool too. That's cool too. It's all good, right? Hey man, let me invite you. I'm trying to like, hey, this I did a video earlier today. I was like, yeah, man, sometimes I'll be doing like two or three things at a time, when I'm DJing or doing karaoke. And it's kind of like the same thing. You got like you like your it's like you're a producer, but you also got to keep talking, or else people will be looking at you all funny. But yeah, man, I think things are just ramping up so much with all these different things, goodness gracious, your heart's got to go out to all those people that got shot up over there in Texas, man. And I haven't even really had time to get into what the issue is there. Um, I heard I was looking at Louder with Crowder, and he had like the first interview with the guy who was shooting at the guy, and that was crazy, man. It's something else, just hearing the firsthand account of the guy. You looking at this man and you seeing him go through a range of emotions right there live in front of you. It kind of puts things into perspective, like what would you do? What do you think you would do? I don't know, man. Let me see. I think I got it in another. Uh, 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 Here, I'm gonna do this. I'll punch your name in, Carlos. It should find it. Boom. Go. There we go. There we go. All right. So I'm going to reply. See? All you got to do is just take a little time. And just get things done. All right, I sent it. Yeah, I don't know how to do it through my phone yet, and it's funny because it's almost like it's it's just a learning process, just going through all these steps, trying to figure this whole thing out. I haven't probably even touched the surface on the capabilities of this thing here, but today I got a lot done. Ordered some T-shirts and some different supplies yesterday for my computer so I can get some busy work done. Uh, so so today was a productive day, although my daughter was sick. So you know, I had to attend to her and I had to cook. I made some chana masala, some chickpeas, lentils, and rice. Threw on some chicken. Oh man, y'all don't know about that. Man, that's the heat right there, man. The kids keep on going in the kitchen getting another plate, you know. It's good because sometimes they be acting like they don't want to eat. I'm like, man, I just went through all this trouble trying to fix y'all some food and y'all tripping. That must be the white side. That must be the white side. I don't know. One of my kids likes spicy foods and the other one doesn't. So one of them's like, the black one and the other one is like the white one. Maybe in that respect. I'm just playing. Oh man, they my kids. I can say what the hell I want. What's going on, Carlos?
All good, man. What's happening?
Oh, nothing, man. I just thought I would get all controversial early in the damn morning, wake some people up, get some people mad before they go to sleep. That's all.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Nothing at
I don't
all.
know. Yeah. So what you think about that, man? It's almost like I don't know. I'm not naive. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know
Right.
there's some things going on that I won't ever get to see, but on some level, you watch these riots, and you watching the KKK march down the middle of the street, and wherever, and they the ones getting pummeled, and they not initiating anything until they not, like I said, they not initiating, but they were reacting. So it's almost like, okay, so if they got the permit and they got the thing, okay, if none of those other people showed up, it would almost be like it would have been a small thing and it'd have just been a blip.
Right.
Like what they really are. It's like, sometimes I call into the hotline, right? And I'll put the hotline, the KKK thing on, and I think a couple of those videos got pulled.
Wow.
Yeah, because my thing is I want to hear what they saying. I
Right.
want to see what they say. Like what are they actually saying? You know, and so I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put up any more of them kind of videos. Just well, like the one of them is more I guess militant KKK racist dude than the other older guy. Old one guy sounds like he's like 80 years old and he's just mad at, politics. And,
Right.
but the other one, he's like sounds like a younger dude and he's just like, you need to show these niggers, and I'm like, all right, yeah, fuck that guy, right?
Right.
The
Right.
guy, okay, I could agree with him on certain issues, but he's a KKK member. So it's like, you know, what do these people actually think or believe? I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I can't even find a video on the differences between the different groups.
That
It's
is
like
true.
loud information on stuff, some stuff.
Right. I guess some are for like race war. I know some are for separation. Whites only date whites, and then whoever else, whoever blacks want to date, that's fine. It's just you can't date within their race. No intermingling of the bloodlines and whatnot. They're very big on that. It's almost reminiscent of the old Nazi belief system, which is why a lot of them go back to that skinhead rhetoric, or whatever you call it, but that's what they believed, a pure race. Although, I mean, that's kind of funny if you think about it, because everybody has a little bit of everything. It's just, I
Right.
guess, whatever the majority of your bloodline is, or what you choose to believe in, that's what you check off.
Right.
Uh, so it's just interesting, uh, you know, and then like I
Yeah.
say, their goal in March, which is they're right in America. I mean, you do the permits, and whoever the officials are, and they allow them to do it, it's like that's on you. Although sometimes the permits have been pulled because they're just like, well, is this going to be too much trouble? Because you're going to have to get law enforcement out there, and they just going to know it's going to be a headache. Kind of like I think that happened a couple of times during that time when they went to go march or whatever, and I think a couple people got ran over, if you recall, and I think one person died, and I think after that they pulled a couple of permits before they let them start marching again.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Going back to what you were saying, everybody does because if you go back to like even the Dark Ages, right? That's like in Europe.
Hmm.
Man, think about how many different people got taken over by how many different other people. Okay,
Oh
so
yeah.
my wife is Hungarian, so I was kind of trying to learn a little bit about the Hungarians and whatnot. And then I came across Attila the Hun. I was like, oh, Attila the Hun,
Hmm.
that's kinda like around that area, right? Man, they covered a lot of ground, all up and down, like up in the Russia area, down all
Hmm.
almost like kind of farther east, almost in like the Middle East area, but or just Rome. They were trying to get it, man. But even then, you had the Visigoths, you had the what was the Vikings.
Hmm.
So people were getting taken over, and they would take the women too,
Yeah.
and they would make babies.
Oh,
You know?
exactly. Yeah, what they would consider, yeah, mixed babies. Exactly. That was just something, interesting. If you go back, how, you had, it's, I guess what you would call regular, what whites, whatever you want to call them, or the Puritans or descendants of the Pilgrims, but then you had the Italians coming over, the Irish coming over, and they would have issues with them and whatnot, and then it's just so interesting, when you look at that type of history or whatnot.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It just seems kind of divisive in a way
Oh, indeed.
where, yeah, where we could be getting a lot more done, and I don't know, man. It's almost like you can just shut somebody down and just call them a racist. I mean, I probably did it before. Like, I don't even think I went there. If I did, it was like a joke. Cause remember back when Martin was out, and
Oh yeah, I love Martin.
then he would be like, "Oh man, it's racial. It's racial."
Right, right,
That was like a funny thing back in the day. It was like,
right.
oh, the black ball knocking down all the white pins. Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
get the pool, you get to the pool, and it's like, oh man, the white ball is knocking in all these colored balls, and then it leaves the black ball for last.
You're
You
right,
know,
right.
it's racial. It was just, but now, man, it's almost like It's almost like they getting ready to change all the, pool table balls now, you know, to get an analogy, it's like they're getting ready to change everything so nothing's ever considered. They're going to get rid of all the colors. You
Oh
can't have
Lord.
color anything, man. One day. You're not going to, like, your parents won't be able to be white. I mean, it's almost like that now. Not in some places, that's what it feels like. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, you know, uh, uh, you know, defend all white people, the white race per se, but if they could do that now,
Mm-hmm.
what's to say in 20 to 40 years they can't say that about me? What if it
Right.
completely changes, right? And
Right.
then you're the one that's bad because you're black.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, you live long enough, you see some crazy stuff. So
Oh,
it's, I
goodness.
wouldn't say that's ludicrous or that's far fetched. You know.
Right. I'm just trying to be fair because if you put the shoe on the other foot, it's like, okay, and it's hard to put the shoe on the other foot, man, because there's a lot of history, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people know, and that I don't know. How do you put everything? There's some people that will never ever be known in history that had a major change in history.
True. Very true.
Just that history's gone. My
Mm-hmm.
okay. Let's use the example. Okay, my grandmother just died last year.
Okay.
All all her memories are gone. All of her memories that she had inside of her head and that her experiences, there were some secret things that she probably did that nobody saw. And
Right.
you take it back throughout history, man. That's a powerful thought right there, bro. Goodness
It
gracious.
is. It is. It really is. I guess that's why it's so important to cherish people because, even if they pass, their memory lives in you, you know. And that's why I guess it's important to be, if you're a parent, you have kids. I don't, but for what I understand, it's very important to be in your child's life because you can create something good or bad. You could be influential because a lack of a parent, or even if a parent is there, absentee, father or mother, always working. Although the way it's almost set up, they almost make you an absentee parent because if you don't work, you don't eat, you don't have a roof over your head, you don't have a decent neighborhood you're staying in, and then what kind of father or mother are you? What are you doing? So then you go work harder, you do all this other type of stuff. So it's but that's another long conversation. But it's just my point is that it's you a person is so influential they don't even know. It's like yeah, it's good if if you happen to be that athlete or billionaire or win a lottery ticket, but just so many people have been influential. I'm sure you remember a teacher that told you something that you remember to this day, or something that you was told as a child that you remember to this day, and it maybe even made you who you are. And it's just like that person is not in Wikipedia, they're not in the history books, but they're in your mind important. They did something important for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you ever wonder if you're different? You're just different because there's there's a lot of stuff that I remember as a kid that people don't think, that people forgot. And then there's a lot of stuff that I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, where was I
Right,
when
right,
that?
right.
I
There's
was,
stuff you'll
you know,
forget, good and bad, good and bad. Like somebody will have to remind you, and you'll catch up with an old friend, and you'll start joking. You'll be like, "You remember that time you did this, or you told this girl this?" And you like, "I said that." They were like,
right.
"Yeah, yeah," and you like, "That sounds like something I said or did." You know?
I said that very same thing this last Sunday, man. Some guy got up. I mean, he's my homeboy. He's he goes by Party Pat. He comes to my shows when he can,
Okay.
and usually comes with a crew, and and he quoted a tweet that I tweeted out a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh man, I better get the guy Trump has to look at his tweets before I send out those tweets.
Right.
It was something to the effect that they're just taking the fun out of Halloween or something like that. But he was trying to get people to go to my Twitter
Hmm.
account and subscribe. So that's cool to have people looking out for you. Oh, hey, this is a white dude, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to make light of the topic, I guess, because
Right.
it can get real serious,
Oh
and a
yeah.
lot of people touchy with subjects like this, and they get into a lot of different areas that you really, you don't
It's
need
touchy.
to at this point in time with all the issues that we have, ahead of us. So
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, got any final parting views, words, or what have you, Mr. Carlos?
Let's see. I'm sure I have something rattling in his mind of mine. Um, Pretty much. I mean, the only thing I could say is, it's always good sometimes to kind of sit back and think about the past, but you don't want to dwell in the past too much. You definitely want to be in the present. It's just like you in all timelines. In other words, if you remember the past, you take what you can from that to make, well, really what your past has already, has been done. It is doing something to you right now. In other words, you know how you was raised or the books you read, music you listen to. It influenced you to a certain degree where you are right now, like where we are talking and having a conversation. But at the same time, that's not the end of it. It's like you're not creating another timeline right now going towards the future. So it's like wherever you are to a certain degree, to a great degree, it's because of you. And sometimes we may not be where we want to be, and then we have to kind of suck that up and be like, yeah, there's outside circumstances, the world, relationships, the market, this, that, and the other. But in the end, there's a constant, I don't know, saying the right phrase, variable or whatever, a constant, and it's us. We're the constant, you know.
Yeah,
So,
you have to be the somebody. I was saying some stuff on Facebook a while back before I kind of pushed it away.
mhm.
Now I'm getting a little bit back into it, but then somebody was like, "You have to be the agent of change that you desire to make in the world," or something like that. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Fuck that." I was like, "Fuck that shit, man. These people are fucking with us, right?"
Well, that's true too. But like I say, guys,
But
it's all about you, man. It's on you, man.
I look back. This is how much I've grown. Okay, yeah, maybe they got a point. Maybe
Right,
instead of nap, I could go do another thing or something,
right.
cut the grass, or do a video, or whatever it is.
Hmm.
There's always something to do. Um,
Right.
if you got some land, man, there's always something. Always something.
Hmm.
But there's always other things, that you put your attention away to that you need to focus on also. So
Right.
kind of have to balance everything out. Well, yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and shout your Twitter, your YouTube, and everything, and I'm gonna wrap this thing up, man.
All right. Well, I'm Carlo Jean. You can definitely find me on YouTube. I'm the Carlo Jean, or Carlo CEO Jean. And on the Twitter, yeah, I'm the same Carlos. I think what dot CEO dot John. I gotta start using my Twitter more. So, but that's me, man.
All right, cool deal, man. Yeah, I need to get back into, posting more things on Twitter. I think that's, as long as you keep it going, I think, keeping it steady is part of the key. If people
Yeah,
know they, look to see if it's something that you said, or if you're still engaged in certain things, they want to know that you're still out there and breathing. Me, I be leaving for like, a month, and then I say, hey, you're like, oh, okay. I still have 80 followers on one, and then the other one I'm still somewhere around 15 or so on like my
right.
Facebook thing. But
Yeah,
yeah, so on this channel it is I'm D Train. This is D Train's bunk, and I'm hanging out with Carlos on this somewhat controversial topic that we can all do something about. At this rate, we're having two white parents, something or another. Make you racist or something like that. I hope not, and I hope
right.
everybody can see who they are without
Correct.
too many apologies, without hurting anyone else physically, and
Right.
hopefully we can coexist together and maintain. So on that note, y'all have a good night. Peace out.
Peace.